guys, it's Kat here again from knitcatpaddywhack.com. I'm here with another beginner knitting tutorial. So in today's video I'm going to show you how to cast off or bind off if you're in the US. So in my last videos, which I will link in the description down below, I showed you two different methods of casting on. I showed you how to do the knit stitch, and today I'm going to show you how to cast off, which is basically how you finish your knitting, how you can take all of this hard work that you've done off the needles without you losing all of it, without it all unraveling. So what I've got here is I've cast on 15 stitches. I have knit roughly a square amount of rows using just the knit stitch. So when you knit row after row of knit stitch, the fabric is then called garter stitch. And I'm going to show you a very simple way to cast off. So we start off by knitting one stitch. So we take our right hand needle and place it through the topmost stitch, wrap our working yarn around it, and then bring the working yarn back out from underneath the other side with our right hand needle. Then we pull the stitch off the left hand needle, and then we're going to knit another stitch. So we've knit 2 stitches total. Okay, so that leaves us with 2 stitches on the right hand needle. And like I said in my last video, I'm saying right hand needle because I am right handed. If you are left handed, you'll want to reverse these directions. But I've got my 2 stitches knit on my right hand needle. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the first stitch that I knit and pass it over the second stitch, leaving the second stitch still on the right hand needle. And then we'll just release it from the left hand needle, and I have cast off 1 stitch. The next thing we do is we knit another stitch off the left hand needle. As before, we have 2 stitches on the right hand needle. We're going to take the stitch that I did, the older stitch, and pass it over the newer stitch, and then release it from the left hand needle. And I just do that until I get to the end. So okay, so I'm about to knit my last stitch in order to cast it off. So I will knit this last stitch, drop it off the left hand needle, so that needle is now free. Pass the previous stitch over the top. Okay, so the very important next step is, now that you've cast off all of your stitches, you have one last little stitch on your right hand needle. What we're going to do is we're going to take our working yarn, which is the yarn that's attached to the ball, cut it about 6 inches or 15 centimeters from the knitting with your craft scissors. And we're going to just, with our right hand needle, just loosen the stitch a little bit just to make it easier, and take the needle out. And then we're going to take our little tail that we cut, poke it through the loop, and then pull it tight. And there you have it, you have cast off your knitting. Okay, so now that you know how to cast on, knit the knit stitch and cast off, you've got all the basic skills you need to make some really simple but beautiful projects. So my next videos are going to focus on projects you can make using only garter stitch, which is the fabric that you make from doing only the knit stitch. So stay tuned for those. If you'd like to see videos like that, don't forget to subscribe, and please like this video if you did, so that I know that it's the sort of thing that you want to keep seeing. And hit the bell as well next to the subscribe button so that you can be notified when I upload new videos. Thanks for watching. Bye!